The evil mother in the village. Long ago in Arawa village, there lived a woman named Mama. She was once kind and loving, known for her laughter and her only son, Kalachi. But when her husband died mysteriously in the forest, grief consumed her heart. Every night, strange lights glowed in her hut. The villagers whispered that she spoke to spirits, begging them to bring her husband back. One day, she returned from the woods with a man who looked like her late husband, but his eyes were lifeless, his skin pale. From then on, misfortune fell on the village. Crops failed, children fell sick, and a cold wind howled through the trees. The priest warned her to stop calling the dead, but Mama would not listen. She cried to the dark spirits, "Give me back my family." And they answered, "A life for a life." That night, her son Kalachi vanished, his laughter echoing faintly from the forest. Years passed. Kira became a shadow, old, silent, feared, until one curious girl, Amira, followed her into the forest and saw her kneeling before a black stone, weeping as ghostly figures surrounded her. Among them was her lost son. "Mother," he said, "you kept me from resting." Kira broke down. "I only wanted to love you forever. Then let me go," he whispered. The next morning, the villagers found Kira's hut in flames. When the fire died, she was gone. Only a single red flower grew where she once stood. From that day, peace returned to Arawa. The people said that when the wind blew softly through the palms, they could hear her song, a lullaby for the child she could never let go. Moral: love can heal, but when twisted by grief, it can also destroy. Amaka the witch. At the far edge of a quiet village, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind, stood a crooked little hut. Smoke rose from its chimney, sometimes purple, sometimes green, and the air always smelled faintly of herbs and mystery. The woman who lived there was named Amaka. To some, she was a healer. To others, a witch. Her eyes shone like moonlight on still water, and her laughter, soft and strange, carried through the night whenever the wind was calm. Children were told not to wander near her forest, but every now and then a brave villager would knock on her door begging for healing, luck, or love. Amaka always helped, but never for free. Her price was not money, but truth. "Tell me your heart's secret," she would say, "and I shall give you what you seek." For years, the village thrived, but one season, the sky turned cruel. No rain fell for months, rivers shrank into dust, and the crops bent low under the burning sun. The people grew desperate, so one evening, they gathered before Amaka's hut. "Witch," they cried, "you have angered the spirits. Bring us rain or face our wrath." Amaka stepped outside, her face calm. "You cursed me in your fear," she said softly, yet still. "I will help you, but remember, magic comes with a price." She climbed the hill above the village as night fell. The moon rose, pale and full, and her long dark hair streamed behind her like smoke. From the folds of her robe, she drew a silver bowl and filled it with dew from the last surviving flowers. Then she raised her hands and began to chant words older than the mountains, weaving through the air like a song. The sky darkened, clouds rolled in, trembling with thunder. A flash of blue light burst around her. And then rain. It poured, heavy and cold, soaking the fields, filling the wells, washing away the dust of despair. The villagers danced and shouted with joy. But when they looked back to the hilltop, Amaka was gone. Only her broom and her pointed hat remained, lying in the mud. That night, the wind carried a faint whisper through the dripping leaves. Some said it was the storm dying away. Others swore it was Amaka's voice, laughing softly in the rain. From that day on, whenever the first drops of rain touched the thirsty earth, the villagers would look to the forest and murmur, "Thank you, Amaka." And in the heart of the storm, a shadow always seemed to move among the trees, watching, smiling, and guarding the people who once feared her.